Welcome to the Joy of Nietzsche's Christmas special. They said it couldn't be done. And sure, Nietzsche was no fan of Christianity, or other modern religions to be fair, but he certainly was a fan of what he called the Dionysian state, something very much like the Christmas spirit. Indeed, if our Christmas spirit be of the truest good cheer, my dear viewer, then to Nietzsche, it is Dionysian. Quote, "Under the charm of the Dionysian, not only is the covenant between man and man again established, but also estranged, hostile, or subjugated nature again celebrates her reconciliation with her lost children, humanity. Now is the slave a free man. Now, all the stubborn, hostile barriers which necessity, caprice, or shameless fashion have set up between man and man are broken down. All feel not only united, reconciled, blended with their neighbor, but as one with them." End quote. What a perfectly Dickensian quote, fit for a Christmas carol. One may ask why the modern world truly celebrates unity and joy but once a year. Could it be that this brand of generosity and passion are perceived very differently come January? Well, let's examine what becomes of the merry Dionysian or Christmas reveler when they dance in undecked halls with Nietzsche's poem, The Despiser. Too much do I let fall and roll, so you call me a despiser. But all who drink from cups too full will let much fall and roll, and still the wine desire. In this festive season, when I read these lines, I think of Santa Claus, a man who drinks from cups so overfull that his night revelry lets gifts fall and roll across the whole Christian world. He's also not good at holding on to things morally. He resets the naughty list each year, after all. And in doing so, he sets us free to redeem ourselves so that we can join him in his prodigious night revelry and reap the benefits of his Dionysian, quote, dancing flight into the air, end quote. For some reason, the modern world that questions abundance in all its forms, including Christians, doesn't scrutinize Santa. Take away his red suit, his elves, his reindeer, and sleigh, and you're left with a bearded, jolly man who can't seem to hold onto anything, material or moral. To us meticulous modern planners who, for our own supposed security, heap up resources and hold on to judgments, he may seem pretty foolish, pretty fickle, and stupidly joyful for being so materially and morally sloppy. One may ask, doesn't he know how much material wealth matters? So many have so little. Another, doesn't he know how important it is to hold everyone morally accountable? So many suffer so much. Together, they may question whether this version of Santa truly values anything or has any ethical standards. They may even go so far as to call him a despiser of things material and moral, suggesting that he lets so much fall and roll simply because he must despise that which he lets go of so easily or so capriciously. But as Nietzsche points out, you don't need to hold on to materials or moral judgments to find them valuable. A joyful life requires us to engage in a cycle of gain and loss, of filling and emptying our metaphorical cups with the wine of life. To fill our cups requires a desire of something, and of course decisions or judgments must be made in pursuit of that desire. Once our cup overfloweth with desires attained, and the accompanying judgments, joyful living requires letting these things and judgments fall and roll away. In this way, each moment, the wine of life is fervently and authentically desired and consumed to the point of overfullness, until drops of this Dionysian draught can't help but spill into others' cups, like a reformed Scrooge who can't help but trip over all that he lets drop and roll from his newfound generosity of spirit. Quote, "Such a spirit become free appears in the middle of the universe with a feeling of joyful and trusting fatalism. They believe only individual occurrences can be distasteful, but that, as a whole, the universe justifies and affirms itself. They no longer deny. But such a faith is the highest of all faiths, and I christen it with the name of Dionysus." End quote. So this season, may we christen such a joyful and unifying faith in the universe with a more familiar name, in the hopes that it becomes more familiar. Let us christen it with the name of Christmas. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then again, shatter, oh my Dionysian brethren, the like button, and tatter the maxims of the world maligners in the comment section below.